switch this? I haven't gone live in ages. Oh no, that's not what I want. There we go. I want to flip it. I want to flip it for desktop mode, but I don't think that's going to work. I think you guys have to tolerate me in vertical mode for now. Oh, okay. We haven't come live in a while. You love me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, my beagle's harassing me. Let's just wait for people to pile in here. Holy smokes, over 100 people already. Damn, honestly, you know, before we start talking, we start yapping. Stop, I'm not talking to you, Poppy. This is my dog. Before we go crazy, I say, what am I gonna say? I say thank you guys for the attention. It feels good. It feels very good to get the love and support. Nothing but love and support. Pretty shocking, because you know, the last fan base I met up with, let's just say I had an encounter with, they were a bit more or less hospitable. You know, they were a little. How do I feel about the color orange? It's a good question. I think it stinks. I think it's my anti-color. Is the music? Do you guys hear music? I had nice peaceful music playing to relax me, to keep me calm while 300 people just stare at me, which is less than, you know, we're on the actual show, but still. Come back as a freeloader? I don't think that, I don't know. My plane ticket was exceptionally expensive, the one they paid to get me back. Or was it? Whose apartment am I in, actually? Whose high-rise condo am I actually in? You know whose it is? Do you want to take a guess whose it is? It's just mine. It's just my condo. It's nobody else's. We might as well get started. We got 350 people. Holy smokes. We are in the cheese room. This is the cheese room. This is it. This is where we're at. I really wish I didn't have to fucking be... Look at all this space. I wanted to turn it sideways, but I don't think it would work. What did it smell like? It actually didn't have a smell. I think it was too early. But it was stuffy as hell in that house. And I woke up... It might have been from Burt's like schizophrenic pheromones. The bubbles coming off of him before I even knew he was yanking his gank. I had like all this like allergic reaction. I think it was just badly ventilated, the house. You want me back? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I kind of came to the conclusion with production as far as like me getting booted. Well, let's just say there's a little revelations as well. But before we get to any revelations, guys, time to advertise. The next 6 hours of this live stream is going to be me with the phone in between. I'm not going to say that. With the phone next to me. Somehow I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to have the phone and it's going to be looking at my television. Poppy, can you relax? My dog is being very obnoxious right now. You hate Symbol? Who doesn't? Anyways, the next 6 hours of this live stream, it's going to be a Silent Hill 2 6-hour playthrough. I'm going to be on my bed, which is fucking 15 feet away from this television set here. Could have really used that television, that $50 TV, to play video games on, because this one's so far away. But I'm just kidding. I didn't get Silent Hill. The reason I went live now is I wanted to go earlier, but I had to charge my stupid phone. What's up, Afina? How are you doing? Yeah, Wi-Fi signal stinks, doesn't it? We got 500 people? Holy smokes. I'm going to see if it gets any heavier in here before we get into the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty of things. You guys hear the music? Is it too loud or is it too low? I'm debating turning it off. My dog's just really distracting me because she thinks I'm talking to her. Jiggle your... No, I will not be doing that. Cal in the house. Huh? Oh, thank you, Fina. That's I appreciate that. I was trying very hard. And I was dealing with some serious paranoia, which may or may not have been completely justified. Let me leave it at that. We'll get to that, though. We'll get to that. You hear the music? Okay, it's good? Okay, it's from some fucking creepy game from years ago. But it's very soothing. It's a very soothing kind of I had too much coffee. I drank too much coffee. I thought I was going to need it. And now I'm a little too, I have to be leveled. I have to summon the spirit of Ian. I can't believe they booted him. Did I kiss Alex? No, but Alex he got so close to my fucking ear that his lips graced my lobe, and it irked me. And that was when I was still sleeping under what's his name. So I was still unaware of the gay house and how it's a gay house. It's a big gay house. But anyways, it's a gay op more like. But anyways, am I coming back? Am I not? I don't know. I'm in. They told me I could be honest, they told me to be honest. They told me to, there was nothing off the table as far as discussion goes. However, there is one thing that my speculation has kind of. We'll get to it. Let me just leave it at that. We'll get to it in a wee bit. I'm not saying it's fake and gay. It's definitely very real. But let me get to that. But it gets saturated by gay desires. Interesting. Rip Ian. I know. I can't believe they breaking in. No, nobody's breaking NDA. There was no NDA. They're very chill. I mean, maybe there was an NDA and I just didn't read the fine print. It's a 60-page contract. Let me and Charles. Oh, dude, hell yeah! I would love to talk to you and Charles. I would love to. You guys are I've been watching Charles for years. He's a king. He's a legend. Yeah, male queer dating show. Well, I think Burt was onto something. Burt, I will say, Burt was it was wise of me to get in with him, to get close to him, and pick up. You know what Burt said to me? Because I asked about. I was unhappy with my spirit animal when Sam, or I should say G, when G and God, oh my God, my mind is a blank right now. I'm a little stunned. I've never had over 600 people watching me, but I'll get to the point. Luke is not queer. I'll get to the point though. Ben and G, when they were interviewing me, and they said, "What's your spirit animal?" I said, "Oh, monkey," because that's my Chinese. But when I asked Burt what my spirit animal was, because Burt was very good at measuring people, right? Burt was a good read on people, which is why I knew the 160 IQ was real, was legitimate, even if he was hampered by schizophrenia and he's, completely watered down by a bunch of, what do you call it, amphetamines. Burt is the man, though. He gets my endorsement now that Ian's gone. That said, Burt is very keen, and he reads people like an open book. Yes, Fishtank fan, snake. That was what he decided my spirit animal was. However, initially, he said he's oscillating between a snake and a fox. And I took that to mean, oh yeah, like Solid Snake of the Foxhound unit. That's me. That's me. I've infiltrated. What I didn't realize is it was more like Metal Gear Solid 2. It was more like the ending of Metal Gear Solid 2. But I'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, very, very interesting. It was a very interesting event that unfolded. But let's be grounded for a bit. Let's come down to earth. What did you guys do? It's Sunday. It's it's a holy day. Did you guys go to church? And if not church, did you meditate for an hour and a half? Did you just kind of, did you just unwind a bit? Poppy, I'm not talking to you. You guys want to see my dog, the one that's harassing me? All right, please don't scream. This is my beagle. This is my, she's very cute, isn't she? The other fan base, wanted to eat her, whenever I showed them to her to them. Before Chad King made his arrival. Watching Fishtank spent my life savings. Damn. Well, hey, you gotta spend it sometime, right? You think he's cute? Oh, yeah. Her name's Poppy. She's a rescue beagle. Well, yeah. What do you guys think of the contestants now? What are we thinking? Who's the best? I mean, we know Burt's the best. Who's the second best? Who's gonna have a showman's? Who will Burt emasculate, or should I say, engage with in an interesting, this or that. Chinese watch Big Brother? I don't know what that means. Can you draw signal? I can draw signal. I probably should draw signal, but I don't really want to think about signal, to be honest. Ian was my man. Ian was my main squeeze. Alex is, what's crazy is I was so caught up in figuring out if I was being fucked with by production that I completely forgot that Alex is literally just a meth head. Like, he's just like a fucking meth head. And the gall of them to bring on a meth head alongside, like somebody who would definitely raid your medicine cabinet if you were letting them stay over, alongside Burt, who has a Santa Claus sack of amphetamines, is so fucking funny. And they told me it wasn't on purpose. They took me to the back. They took me to the dungeon, and it was a little nerve-wracking, I should say. It was a little nerve-wracking because, I just felt out of place. I felt very like, I don't want to knock something over and step on something. I was very nervous. I remember they let me sit in the captain's chair next to good old Jet Neptune. They let me sit in the captain's chair, and they're like, go ahead and change the viewer to director mode. And Ben's fucking mouse was so sensitive that I accidentally went all the way to the X and X'd out, and I completely destroyed their whole program. But they're very nice. They're very, very nice to me. And there might be an ulterior motive to that. However, we will get to that. Did any of you guys have a favorite girl in the house? I know plenty of people were really into blue hair. What's her name? Binks. Plenty of people very into Binks. Plenty of people were very into... I really only saw support for Binks, but one of your favorites from the fans. Could you tell Ian was one of... I could tell that the thing about Ian that was so wonderful is he was so stable. In a way that's like... He was not conniving. He was predictable. And he would just chill on the couch. No, Binks didn't smell. I don't think anyone really smelled yet. G smelled like cigars, but I don't mind the smell of cigars. Sounds kind of gay. G, everywhere he went in the house, there left a wafting of cigar smoke, which is very funny. I smoked a cigar, I smoked like a regular cigar that I got from my sister because her boyfriend went to like some DeSantos meeting, and they got me a cigar, and I smoked that thing. It took me 2.5 hours, and I felt sick as a dog afterwards. I thought I was gonna puke. I smoked the whole damn thing. I thought I was gonna throw up. I do like them, but do you feel like you let Daniel down? Daniel? DNSL? Who's Daniel? Who are you talking about? Do I feel like I let Daniel down? I feel like I let the fans down a little. Well, I definitely let the fans down. I felt like I let production down at the time about you traumatizing them. I know, good. I wanted to. The thing is, I wanted to kind of get under their skin, but I might have flown too close to the sun. No, me and DNSL are pretty chill. He's a good guy. You're talking about the shark situation, right? They must have mimicked my gait to a T, because I walk like a fucking thwomp from Mario 64. That or the guy just has a very similar gait to me when he's wearing the full suit. Then again, I could be lying. I'm a decent liar. Maybe that was me. Who knows? But anyways, back to the conversation at hand. Who do you think is best girl in the house? Who's best girl? Come on. It's a gay house. It's a gay house. Who's best girl? You want to know who really struck a chord with me? She got really in, and she dug her talons in, and I was like, wow. When I was watching her on the director's cam, when I was watching her, I was talking to him about her, I was like, oh, who do you think it was? Binks? No cigar. No. Not her either. It was Smack, but only when she was dressed as a clown. Only when she was dressed as a clown. Something about that looked good to me. I don't know maybe I'm sick, maybe I need to go back to church, but when she was in the Halloween clown costume, I was like, wow, Smack. I kind of miss Smack. You guys all love Peyton, huh? Everybody in here really loves Peyton. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we're getting... Okay, 1 for Peyton, 2 for Smack, 3 for Binks, 4 for Alexis. Who was best girl in the house? Let's go. Should I need to repeat myself? 1 for Peyton, 2 for Smack, 3 for Binks, 4 for Alexis. Let's go. Let's all hit it. Come on. Let's hit it. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. What are we doing, people? I'm seeing a 1. Come on. We got 760 people in this fucking house, and I'm not getting any numbers. I got 1 4. So Alexis is... Oh, I forgot Mizzy. Mizzy for 5. Let's go. We got a 3. That's, who the fuck's 3 again? Binks. Okay, we got 1 3. We got 1 5. We got 3. Maybe I have to do this better. Maybe I should write it down. Okay. Let's go. 1. I'm going to write it down for everyone. I'm going to stick it in the camera. Fuck, I barely have enough room for 5. Peyton. We got Smack Attack. Dressed as a clown. She has to stay dressed as a clown. We're not going to change that. She's got to be a clown. Only clown Smack. You can't pick regular Smack. We're not going with the Smurf lipstick Smack, the Papa Smurf blowjob Smack. We're not doing that. We're asking for Peyton Smack. Who's the third one? My mind is a bit frazzled right now. My skin's tingling. Yes, I am left-handed. How did you know? No, the fucking thing is just mirrored. Actually, I'm ambidextrous, so let's try this one more time. Smack. Okay, Binks. Oh, fuck, it's hard to write with my hand that I'm not used to using. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with a little doctor's scratch for a second. 7-11 people. We lost some people. Okay, let me try this again. Let's see. Binks. Alexis was 4. I'll get to the fucking point here. And 5 was... Who the fuck was 5? Oh, yeah. Mizzy. Let me know if this is legible, fellas. Ladies and gents. Oh, fuck. Is it backwards still? What a nightmare. This is not working. If you're still on a show, how do you think Burt would be trying to riz you? Burt would probably just R-A-P-E me. Can I say that on Instagram Live? He would grape me. I'm kind of relieved I'm not in there. Though I probably would be able to, I'd get a few good hits in before, I don't want to even fucking visualize it for you. Let's go. Does no one even give a shit? I guess no one gives a shit. Whatever. Okay, on to the next subject. Yeah, it was interesting because what was going on in that house is I was sleep deprived, right? I was enjoying my bagels and lox. When they asked everyone, what did you want to eat for breakfast? I was like, ooh, let's get some bagels, lox, and schmear, And up until the last day, I wasn't sure that, you would hear people, opening the fridge, and I swear to God, I thought Frank Hassel was coming in, and I thought we were going to go out there and the entire fridge was going to be tipped over and on the floor. But Jet explained to me that they're slow boiling this frog, right? Which I think is a better way of doing it, personally. I think slow boiling is a lot more effective as far as this big project goes. I really like that I know, well, I grew up in Weston. It's Jewish and Venezuelan. Mostly, I'm not Jewish, but I do like some bagels, lox, schmear, and a big onion with a big slice of onion with capers on it. I'm all Irish. I'm almost full Irish. I've got a little bit of mystery meat in me, a little bit of Italian. So I'm mixed, you could say. That said, yeah, this is me. I'm glad that came out all right. I thought it was going to be so lame. The pumpkin was supposed to be a lot more rotten and explode all over the place, but it didn't. It kind of just split in half, and I just was like, fuck it. That was a good time. The thing that people were asking is, was I genuinely angry when that happened? But no, I was doing that for fun because I was really bored and I couldn't sleep. So I was thinking, Luke, you were great on the show. Wish you got to stay longer. All right, I need to thank you so much for all the support. Let me get to the point I was trying to make. I was thinking, I'm going to wake up, I kind of had Symbol in my, I had him in my headlights, and I was thinking, that I would bully him because he'd always make coffee. And I was thinking I would push him out of the coffee and grab the cup and drink it in front of him and just act. Because he was getting on my nerves with the bullshit, friendliness. I hate bullshit friendliness. I hate disingenuous behavior. Because I could tell he didn't like me for real. And you can like someone and still be disingenuous to an extent with them. You could do that. There's nothing, I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with that, but it exists. It's something, I think everyone in the house besides Symbol liked me to an extent. I like to think I'm a little likable. I'm a little more likable than the average individual. I try to be, at least. I put all my points in charisma when I was creating a character, to run this simulation. But anyways, did you see the clips of him touching women? I only saw that after I was out of the house, which is why it's so funny, me getting booted. Now you have no protection, you people. But anyways, I was laying in bed and I was thinking, I'm bored, I really want to fuck with Symbol. And then they presented the perfect opportunity for me by arguing outside my door. So I left my bedroom and I just went to destroy the pumpkin, and Peyton was there. And I just walked past her. I went downstairs and I ripped the pumpkin into pieces. And when I came back up, Peyton looked like a scared puppy. And I was like, hey, relax, just don't worry about it. And I went back into my room and I laid down, and that's when they all came in. And I was like, all right, I'm kind of amped right now. Let's utilize this opportunity. The names he gave them were hilarious: Sweet Boy, Nurse Ratchet, and Wi-Fi Signal. I'm glad you guys liked that, because that was top of my head. If ever I needed to think off the top of my head, that was it. I was calling Prince Albert after, I think that's a very lascivious piercing that certain people bent a certain way get. So I was calling him Prince Albert after that. But no one catches. No one, scared puppy. But did you see Burt thinks well, he was told that. He was told a number of things. Getting to that, Burt knew that I was a plant from, I don't want to say the beginning, but he definitely, the abacus in his brain, the abacus on fire in his brain was operating on all cylinders. So let's get to Burt. Let's talk about Burt, the man Burt. And here's the thing that I realized about 20% of the way through the show, and I'm not going to be too... I did take the blame for stealing the candy. Okay, let me veer off because I love going on tangents. Regarding the candy thing, people were questioning why did I... Detective Burt. Burt is Columbo if Columbo was black and like a vagrant and addicted to amphetamines on like a cocktail of God knows what. I can't believe I took his fish oil supplements. I couldn't believe that. And then Jet pulled me aside and was like, yo, Bert's actually kind of crazy. You need to fucking get away from him. And there may have been an ulterior motive there too, because Burt, like I said, Burt was very good at reading people and identifying people. Not necessarily me, but I'm glad I picked up on, I knew he was 160 IQ. I could tell. You can't slip that past me. You could utilize that in a situation like that. Burt, the thing about schizos is they're like oracles, they see beyond the veil, they pierce the veil. They are very but that also could just be because he's very intelligent. That was probably more of it. He's just very intelligent. That said, the black urban rough top, I don't know what rough top means. Rough top, good lord. Anyways, we have a little more seltzer. I don't want to, was he 169? I got 160, he told me. And that's what it said. You guys want to see his card? Holy shit. I know they showed his card already, but I'll show it again. Burt was... Hold on, let me fucking find this thing. Where the fuck did I put it? Oh, it's in my wallet. It's in my wallet. I'm going to show everybody I know, and they're going to think I'm insane. But here's his... I hope this doesn't get me. You see that? Look at his pants pocket. What's in there? A banana? Or is he just happy to see us? Holy shit. Burt is insane, I know. He's fucking crazy. He's fucking crazy. Yeah, he had his eyes on me, which is why I left that bedroom. That said, he was also... he thinks he's in a MAGA house? That's awesome. He's very... Black schizophrenia is different from white schizophrenia. It is uniquely... persecution, like they really have a persecution complex more than like your average black person, considering, you know, the political climate of nowadays. I didn't dox him. No, I did not. I did no such. Okay, we'll have to edit that out. He gave it. They showed the card on. Oh fuck! I hope I didn't. Oh wow. I might have fucked up there. Anyways, it was blurry. Anyways, let's talk about, what the fuck was I talking about? Somebody help me out here. I'm going on tangents and I'm losing people. We need to get, let's hit 1,000 viewers. Let's hit 1,000 viewers. It'll be up. Anyways, the thing about being in that house that was so bizarre. Yeah, it's on his Twitter. Okay. Yeah, he's a fucking gay porn star. Yeah, he's out there. That said, he's a link tree. That said, oh my god, my mind is scattered right now because I have a big reveal. A big reveal. Don't worry. A big reveal. Everything will be untangled, but only for the true schizos. I'm not going to be too blunt. I'm not going to be too open about it. I want to still, I appreciate the effort put into this whole project. So I do not want to blow the lid off. I just want to peel it up a little bit, because I don't want to say when, but the lid was lifted off the top, if you get what I mean. It was lifted all, and I had my suspicions. Again, it took me 20% into the time I spent in that house. It took me, and it started with a birthday admission. There was an admission from one of the fish as to their birthday, and my ears perked up. You know, snakes don't have ears. My ears perked up. And the thing about me is I am a dunce, and I'm very gullible. You know, I'm not the biggest, big-brained individual, but I do gesture work, you know, artistic gesture work. You have to be able to perceive a human figure and illustrate them like that. You have to get the gesture down, you know, and you have to know anatomy to back that up. So when I see something, it stays up there. Unless, of course, we're talking about, yeah, Alex is 40. I know, I should have asked Burt what his age was. That would have confirmed it for me. That said, what the fuck was I getting at? I shouldn't have read the daggone comments. I'm sorry to everyone who's waiting patiently for me to speak on the main issue here. Bro thinks he's Burt. I feel like Burt right now. It's not my fault. I'm entertaining 1,000 people on my own. 992. Holy shit. We're getting up there, fellas. Holy crap. Oh, whew. Anyways, I can't look at that. It's fucking me up. If you had animal ears, what animal ears would you be? Would you have? I know I shouldn't have said that. I'm fucking baiting people with weird shit. But what was I saying? All right, now I remember. Eyes off the comments here. Time seems to take, when you're in that hell house. They told me when I was brought down, they're like, dude, you were literally in hell. You have nothing to feel ashamed about. You know, you did great. They really liked me, and I think that compromised their initial plans. That said, the thing that's interesting is when Jet pulled me out after I like freaked all the girls out, everyone in the house out. I freaked everyone out with my behavior, smashing a pumpkin that I carved. I think I accidentally smashed Alex's pumpkin too. I gave it the old curb stomp on the fireplace. But essentially, the thing that was really funny looking back is, after I watched like some of the videos, is that Jimmy heals dogs. That's good. Good for Jimmy. I believe it. Jimmy won me over, I gotta say. Jimmy did win me over towards the end. Even I was like, man, he threw the hammer. I was like, he gotta go. But then they brought him. Anyways, we don't need to gush about season 2. Season 2 is really the only one I was familiar with. The only season I was. Anyways, I'm involved in another tangent. Let me get to the fudging point. Oh no, the video is lagging. Is your Wi-Fi signal okay? It should be. I have full Wi-Fi bars. Maybe it's you. Yeah, I know. I can't stop reading comments. I'm a fucking addict. I'm just gonna look out my window and think. Okay, so there was a point where Jet pulled me off the couch, right? This is after I enraged all the people in the house after smashing the pumpkin, and it was kind of guaranteed I was going home at that point because the votes do matter. And he pulls me off the couch, and he I don't remember. Here's the thing. I thought he told me what to do. I thought he told me to steal the candy while I was still on the couch, because my brain was so fried. There's that whole clip of me in the confession room where I have a blanket over myself and I'm listening to Jet speak, and he's telling me, okay, the candy's in the fireplace, steal it, and then give it back to them, and you'll win them over. And shockingly, that didn't happen. I went to the fireplace to look for it. I was panicking. I was like, it's not there. This was the next morning. I'd forgotten that we had the discussion. I thought he told me while I was resting on the couch, so I didn't even remember going into the confession booth with the blanket. That whole video I basically blacked out and don't remember it. And I still don't remember it. Anyways, when I actually did go down there to check the fireplace, it wasn't in there. And I'm like, oh my God, production's fucking with me. They're fucking with me. They're screwing me over. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me what to do. Which, to be fair, they admitted after the fact that, oh yeah, like we probably could have, assisted you a little more. Maybe a little more. Not their fault, not their fault. That said, I still took credit for stealing the candy, which was a weird move, but it worked. Remarkably, it did work, right? That was a fascinating little bit there, how that worked. And unfortunately, I trusted the meth head. I tried to screw with the meth head after fake smoking the cigarette. You guys, this is the part that made me a little more paranoid than, like, it opened me up. It was a chink in the armor that was already full of chinks, and I was basically pulling at all these transparent threads trying to figure out, and I never trusted production completely until I got booted. And Jet did personally tell me that he would never lie to me. However, I don't think that counts as... There is lying, there's direct lying, and then there's lying by omission, right? There's lying by omission, and that's a different beast. Not to get at anything too early, but what I'm getting at is I was paranoid. I was laying on the couch. I felt good after the cigarette that I didn't know how to properly smoke, right? You guys saw that. I thought I did a good job. I thought I convinced everyone, but maybe not. That might have shaken their faith in me. But I was playing up. Jet was the one who told me that the way I could win the girls over was by telling him I had a nicotine addiction, and I was like trying to come off it, and that fucking worked, which is so fucking funny. So Jet was the man. He was feeding me, dialect. The few times I was pulled into the basement, he was feeding me info, which was great. I think I executed it pretty well. Then again, when I was fake smoking the cigarette, I picked up on certain things there, and I tried to pull in Alex and speak to him just to instill a little worm in his brain, and unfortunately I probably shouldn't have done that because Alex is so snaky. Alex is such a meth head, such a total, he is literally just a meth head, and I've never had the luxury of interacting with someone like that. Yeah, no, I wasn't coming off of nicotine. Am I a decent actor? Am I good? It was, they are mentally unwell, a lot of them, unfortunately. But with Alex, I think what happened is he ran to the team members and he said, Luke just, blew our plans to Ian. And I figured I could tell Ian anything. Ian doesn't give a fuck. Ian is uncompromisable. Ian was my rock. Sorry to make it so gay by gushing about Ian so much, but he really was. He was solid ground for me to stand upon. He was such a dream. He was so wonderful. And unfortunately, what I heard laying on the couch was Prince Albert saying, "Oh, he think we all friends. He think he his friend. He gonna be like, what did he say? He gonna be like, I know he with my friend." And I was like, oh, he's talking about me. And that's when I figured, I'm going home anyways. Time to bang some pots and pans. And then I did. But then production interfered because while I was turning, if you watch the clip, I was turning over the coin in my head. I was like, do I want to upset production? They're all probably sleeping. Luke noticed you were fake. Anyways, let me get back to the point. I need to stop reading comments for a bit. I'll read them after. I'll read them after I get to my freaking point over here, because I'm being terrible right now. I was worried. I was turning this coin over in my head, and you can see it. I'm like, do I want to wake up everyone, including production? I don't care what these people in the house think of me, but I do care about production. I like production. I like production. My friends like production. My wife likes production. Sorry, I was getting on a planes, trains, and automobiles speech there. But essentially, I decided, flipping the coin in my head, yeah, let's fucking wake everyone in the house up. Who gives a shit? And as I was deliberating in the kitchen, they were installing a fog machine over Ian to blow fog over him while he just slept, which is so fucking funny. However, it compromised them because I was gathering everyone into the basement, and then I was just gonna go sleep up in the penthouse. I was gonna take Prince Albert's bed and just wait for them to all just like, figure out that there was nothing going on, and then just, deal with the ramifications as they came. Do I have ADHD? What do you think? Maybe. Self-diagnosed for sure. But that said, I think there's just a lot to unpack here, There's just quite a bit to unpack. Please paint the electrical panel behind you. This is not my place, though they may appreciate it if I do. Anyways, like I was saying, my fucking ADHD is gonna be the death of this little live stream. That being said, what was I going on about? What was I talking about? Oh, right. The bitch move that really sealed the deal, that made them pull me down, or at least have an excuse to pull me out, was when I said, Burt's pills. I know, I wanted to take his, what was it, like, something with a G. The thing the bitch move that I made was blaming it on production, because I panicked. Luca came up with the camera, and I could tell on his face, he was like, yo, what are you doing? But they were nice to me. They were very nice to me. So they didn't they weren't nasty with me. Even when I potentially blew everything. And I think they were still in the basement setting up the dance floor. I don't know. That's my speculation, after everything unfolded. That said, Ben also looked worried. They looked good for having just woken up. Not to be weird. But that's the thing, is it really was... I knew I screwed up, and immediately I told Burt, everyone came to address me and talk to me, and they had to like start a curfew to get him away from me, because I was just kind of, I think they really were trying to keep me. The thing about production that's so remarkable is they have to think on the fly all the time. They have plans for people that kind of burgeon and wilt like spring flowers, They blossom and explode and get ripped to shreds by fucking unforeseen lawnmowers, and then they have to plant new flowers. And when you're in there, when you're in the production chamber, the devil's lair, it doesn't look like a NASA setup, right? It impressed me. There's so many computers and all this stuff going on, and it was really something else. But they can't, the reason going down there is a problem for the other contestants is because they have this view in their head that it's going to be like an actual studio, an actual studio setup, and they're going to be, kind of deterred by the fact that it's not, that it's a bunch of guys, consuming, fast food and nicotine nonstop, which, hey, whatever gets the brain going. But that said, how did I want to unwind this? I want to unwind this point in a way that is only digestible to production and people who are really on the nose and somehow very good at detection. Because like I said, this mystery was only apparent 20% of the way into my stay. I only noticed this. There's something like late into the stages, and afterwards when I got pulled and I was talking to production about certain people in the house, I would run my mouth about certain people, and it's one of these things where when I spoke to them about certain people in the house, a certain person maybe, though it may apply to people, I don't know, they kind of, their eyes glazed over a bit and they didn't say anything. There was a silence, there was a poker face, and I think it was only detectable because I had this inkling. Again, the first hint was a birthday. And I was like, that's too much of a coinky-dink. And then I ran this idea past them, and every time I talked about all people in the house, but every time I brought up a certain person, there was that hesitation, that weird hesitation. It was very strange. And I think the plant thing might have been a red herring to bury it. But like I said, I only want to lift the lid on this a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy. Again, you guys are schizophrenic. Was the shark me? Am I in my actual own apartment? I mean, my Instagram has a shark icon on it. Was Daniel just trolling, or was he legit? Did I speak to Daniel before, I did have my phone, that's for sure. I had my phone before I left the house, Did something happen? Anyways, what I'm saying is, I passed an idea, while I was back in the Devil's Lair, and I was, expressing my enthusiasm for seeing how the sausage was made. Seeing all this stuff kind of, all the background. It's a beautiful thing. I hope they do show it in the actual show, how wonderful and chaotic their setup is, because these guys, it's very admirable. It's like a 200 IQ procedure what they're doing, and they are doing a psychological operation. They are executing something that has to be flexible and has to bend to the will of people who are unpredictable and unstable. And maybe like me, potentially, one of two things is going to happen, after I hope they're keen on what I'm getting at already, because, production, because I think there was more focus on me than I initially perceived, which would make sense. It's the BB hashtag, it's all that, Jet personally said to me that they had someone else they were going to pick before me, and I was debating. I never got to ask them, was that true? Or did you actually have me in mind? They pulled me in 2 days before going in there. Maybe they had someone else. I don't know. Maybe, again, one of two things is going to happen. They're either not, they're not going to bring me back because everything hinged on me not perceiving something, which I laid past them. Everything either hinged on me not perceiving something and then forming a sort of Truman-esque, like Truman Show sort of thing to make a point about reality television and a greater form of entertainment. But yes, the mysteries. I'm going to leave breadcrumbs, but I'm not going to say too much. Anyways, there's just certain things you learn about certain contestants when you can see them up close and personal. There's just certain things that are particularly revealing that shockingly took a while. And still, the people who are on this stuff, when it comes to people who are usually very good at analyzing this stuff, they still haven't figured it out yet. Moving on, I hope my ADHD shit is actually helping kind of obscure what I'm getting at here. Fuck, I spilled my seltzer on my $300 Japanese denim jeans. I'm perfectly straight. I really am. That's not like a fucking joke. I promise. But, it's just, it's very interesting. There are little pieces here. There was mentioning every time. And I was like, it became a game of chicken when I was in production for the last two days I was there. It was a game of chicken. I was like, are they gonna tell me? Are they gonna reveal this huge mystery? Should I say something? I was getting uncomfortable. I was getting nervous the last day. Because I was like, I want to ask them. I want them to be upfront with me, but there were definitely things they withheld from me. And I'm wondering, was it for a greater plot point? Was it for a greater project? Or was it for am I just over speculating? Am I pulling at red threads? Am I completely off the mark? And maybe they'll say, okay, don't bring Luke back because he's clearly a paranoid narcissist. Like, he's very self-obsessed. But I can't help it. I was juggling so much paranoia. The strategy of the game was a red herring for me, I think. There were certain red herrings that were very, very unique. And I'm gonna say it. I'm a little. I mean, it was only confirmed to me very recently. I had this inkling, it was a strong inkling, but it's such a condemnation that it would completely obliterate a person's like ego if you said it if you suggested it, and it would make you come off as like a literal paranoid narcissist schizophrenic if you asked, you know, someone who was like, no, I don't, that's not a thing at all. There's no way of getting around it. I really hope I'm not spilling the beans too early, but I did ask production, is it okay for me to talk about like whatever, as long as it's, but I'm winded from all that. I'm very winded because I am a little pissed about it if it's true, because those bastards were not throwing me under the bus per se, but they were making a spectacle of me. They were going to, at least. But I'm not a complete buffoon. There were too many breadcrumbs, too many things here and there, all lining up in my brain that just connected so perfectly. Moving on. When I said goodbye to all of them, even to that extent, I was like, will they say it? Will they reveal it to me? Will they tell me? And the only thing that told me that I was maybe onto something was there was a very emotional goodbye. You saw that picture of me with the crew, fucking Jet and fucking G. They really don't want to bust his cover. They don't want to bust his cover by calling him something else, so they call him G. I assume that's the reason they're doing it. The big guy, and who's fucking shockingly intimidating by the size of him. Like, he's very like I'm a relatively large male, large individual, you know. I'm a big guy, but when I met G, you know, in his insane outfit, I was like, whoa! It was nighttime. I had very little time for a briefing, so I was still like kind of frazzled when I went in the house, and I was like, oh, like, and the thing about him was, you know, I shook his hand, and I was like, holy shit, this is a big motherfucker, you know, like he's fucking huge, dude, like. Very intimidating, but then I saw the picture of us, and I was like, oh, I'm a little big too, that's cool. I wish we got to work out together, and I genuinely mean that. But I said that to him, and there was a level of emotion to the goodbye that was very, again, it was moderately perceptible, and it was only perceptible because I had my doubts as to whether or not the crew were being completely upfront with me. I had a very small doubt, and I like them. I really do. I still like them. I'm not complete. I'm a little pissed, and I can be a wee bit vindictive, but I think what they're doing is so, and I mean this, and I'm going to blow smoke here, because I really do like what they're doing. I like this project. I've said it before. I think they're artists. I think they are creating an art project that is so fucking profound. And it's unlike anything ever made prior to this. But I know you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, but I didn't think I'd have to be one of the fucking, well, that's also a weird thing. Anyways, I still love them. I still love those guys. I love Jet Neptune. You know, he is the man. I will not stand for any Neptune hate. I will not stand for any hate on any of the other production staff. I think they're exceptionally intelligent, and you know what? I'll say it. I think they got hearts of gold. I was hesitant. I think they do have hearts of gold. I think they're good people, which is interesting considering they were, you know, taunting a paranoid schizophrenic with TTS right before I left. I still think they are. I think they're good people. I really do. I'm gonna put my label on that. I really like them. I really appreciate them. Jet is a god. He is truly Neptunian. It's a truly Neptunian endeavor. And I don't know if that's like pejorative. I don't know if that's like a negative thing to say. Like I think I like it, but it is truly a Neptunian endeavor. Let me leave it at that. And I'm very, very happy to have been a part of it. If they don't want me back, I understand. I don't hold any ill will towards them. I really do like what they're doing, and I meant everything I said. I never said anything. Again, maybe I was lying a bit by omission, but so were they. As to my suspicions, I was playing a game of chicken, and even till the end, and then I forgot about it up until a very recent, interesting clip, you know, came along, and then I was like, confirmation. That's all I needed was a little confirmation. I just needed confirmation, and boom shakalaka, we're in like Flynn. But you're not going to utilize me like that. Anyways, I will say if they do want me back, Which I do hope they do, because I like them. If they do want me back, I'm gonna negotiate a little harder on how much they fucking pay me this time. And that's all there is to it. I have no ill will, I have no bad blood with them. I really do like them. I really do think they're a bunch of kings, and I think their project here is very, it's illuminating in a way that, you know, it's so, again, there's so many moving parts, and I watched them all kind of figure out how they were going to figure, like, I was there right before Mizzy was figuring out that she was on a live show, and their fear was, oh my god, like, their fear is like she's gonna spread it to everybody that it's not on Hulu, and that was a huge portion of the appeal is making sure these people really think they are on a Hulu TV show. They don't even know they're being fucking recorded. That's why Burt's whipping his weird looking. I saw his dick. I hate to admit it. I saw his weird looking dick, and it grossed me out really bad. Unfortunately, all that shit comes across your Twitter feed. But like I said, why do I have to see that shit? Oh, get out of my head! Get out of my head, Burt! The schizophrenia bubbles, they don't go away. They don't go away. Avoid schizophrenics at all possible junctures. Because that's what's wrong with me this live stream. I'm still schizophrenic. I'm feeling it. But anyways, I think that's as much as I'll touch on for my own personal conspiracy. I'm glad I could help with the show. I am very grateful to them. They were very, I like to talk about good xenia. That's an ancient Greek concept of being very hospitable. And they are nothing but hospitable. They are very hospitable crew. You know, they bought me McDonald's and they paid for my, well, they haven't paid for my Uber yet. They got to comp me on that. I don't know how they're going to do that. They don't have any payment details. Anyways, we'll figure that out, I'm sure. But it was genuinely a wonderful experience. And again, if they don't want me back because maybe I'm fudging some plan here or everything hinged on me not realizing a certain thing, yes, I am a Christian. I went to church today. I also went to Costco, which, by the way, Costco is a fucking nightmare. I went to Costco while I was in South Florida, and a guy almost fucking blew my knees out because I stole his spot. I wheeled right into his fucking spot because it was a Costco on a Saturday in South Florida where nobody speaks fucking English, and this motherfucker accelerated into me after I jumped out of my car, and I was so shocked I couldn't do nothing but laugh, because he stopped right at my fucking shins, thank God. But I go up to his goddamn window, and he's screaming at me in broken English that he was waiting on that spot for like 20 minutes, and then he was like, asshole! And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this fucking... My hometown is gone. Anyways, don't go to Costco on the fucking weekend. That's all I gotta say. Even Costco where I live, which is majority civilized people, it's still kind of ridiculous. But that said, I just wanted to get it out there. I was debating holding this revelation, this personal revelation, because there's one of two things. They might have liked me too much to try to utilize it against me, this plan, because it was a fucking multi-layered psyop that I'm speculating on, and I still don't know if it's true. But they may have wanted to call me in later, but maybe not, because the plane ticket was like over $500. The plane ticket I took back home was like well over $500, so maybe they don't want me back. Maybe they were saving it for later. Yeah, I'm very grateful for the experience. I'm very happy. I feel bad if I blew the lid on anything. I'm trying to be as sloppy as I can with this, because people love to speculate, and I've been reading, some things about what people are speculating on, and some people are on it, and some people are more off the mark than you could fucking believe. They're in the goddamn ocean. People better not even go any deeper. Because like I said, I really love this project. I love what they're doing. I think these guys are serious artists. I have nothing but respect. Ben is a great fucking actor. Fucking Ben Angel Eyes. Fucking Angel Eyes. The bad from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He's never looked more bad in my fucking eyes than before. You son of a bitch. I'm just kidding. I love Ben. Not in a gay way. I know I'm blue balling you. I have to. It's still so early on the show. It's still so early on the show. I don't want to blow the cover, but the real fucking nut jobs, the 160 IQ individuals like Burt said this before I comprehended it. Like I said, 20% into the show, I was convinced of something less. The secret is a void. It is dark. It is serious. They are dancing with devil sticks, my man. It's like I said, it's a very fragile mystery. It is a sparrow's egg, and we have to wait for it to hatch. And once it hatches, it will be a cuckoo bird, maybe. It's just so, and the audience is fucked too. You know, I think they were trying to fuck me mainly, but I think the audience is in for a treat. Burt is the second coming of Yakub. Oh no, he is a reincarnation of Yakub. I was telling him, I was like, dude, I have dreams of it. I have dreams of my creation in the caves in the mountains. I remember, Burt, don't worry. I didn't actually tell him that. I saw the Yakub meme afterwards. But Burt is the man. But he really did reveal, I think he helped kind of reveal it to me. Because like I said, he's very good at reading things. He read my height. He read my spirit animal. And I like to think I'm more of a fox than a snake. I don't think I'm that bad. I'm not a snake. I'm not like, I'm not Satan. I'm not that bad. I mean, I like fox, but I think he's just referring to my looks, maybe. Anyways, yeah, Burt is interesting. It was very much, I do feel a little better being on the outside. He guessed my weight perfectly. He said 205. I was like, ah! He gave me a window, 200, 205. But yeah, he read my height perfectly. He's very good. Burt is 160 IQ, very gay. Very gay. He was real swirly kind of guy. He's very, very swishy, very gay. It was so funny how he revealed to us that he had sex on the flight to the house, and he's on prep meds, and that's their struggle now, is juggling Burt, because Burt probably knew I was a plant before Mizzy did, but he's utilizing that information to his favor, because him knowing I was a plant makes the other people in the house who are all retarded not realize the plant has been, taken out. And hell, maybe there's another plant in the house. I don't know. Maybe you're not. Maybe there's something else. Maybe they pulled someone aside and gave them directions to, how to go about handling some people. Maybe. Anyways. Is it prep? What did I say? Yeah, he's on prep too. Alex is such a fucking drug addict, dude. He's the worst. Sticking his finger in my face and spitting in my. He is Jimmy on a really bad day, plus something else, plus something, possession. No offense, Jimmy, if you're in here watching this. But you know how you get on a really bad day. Jimmy provided the entertainment value. Jimmy, when they had his ass come on, they cut the cameras, he come back as Joker, I fucking lost my marbles. I fucking screamed laughing. It was so good. But yeah, no, it was, the Joker scene, they're so fucking good. I can't hate them. I mean, I get it. I get what they were doing to me, trying to do to me. I get it. I shook their hands. I gave them hugs. Ooh, and I saw, you can't hide from me. You can't hide that from me. I'm recording all the time. My electric eye is always recording. You will not, and in the moment, like I said, I'm a little slow to the draw. But you can't hide things from me. I'm overanalyzing 24/7. That's why I don't sleep very well. I I did figure out a little treat. I figured out a way of making your brain fall asleep quickly, but and I did it last night and it fucking worked. We need more cute boy fish. You probably got enough. What the fuck is that one guy's name? Ted? He's a friggin'... Yeah. I'm worried for his safety. I don't like Ted. The laughter he gave, that screaming, raucous laughter, was genuinely disturbing. I'd hear it across the house and it chilled me to the bone. And then Alexis, I don't want to be too mean, but she should be dropped in a giant witch's cauldron full of green goo, and turned into like a fucking magic potion. She's rough. They're all pretty rough. And every one of them gave me red flags. And like I said things to production, and I waited, and I looked, and I saw in their faces quietude. They were masking something. They were masking lying by omission. Lying by omission. Is that just as bad as lying? I don't think so. I'll forgive it. I love those bastards. I really do. I fucking love those sons of bitches. They kick ass. Somebody mentioned, is Dead Rising the one in the mall? I really like Gone Guru. That's like my favorite song. I'm gonna put that as like a Instagram live stream story. Do I have enough? Okay, cool. I was worried I didn't have enough battery life, but we can keep going. We can keep going. As far as like recording this goes, it's just I'm a little taken aback. It's a beautiful Sunday. I'm soothed. I feel good. I'm happy as a lark. I had a good time with them. Part of me wishes I didn't figure out what I may or may not have figured out. Again, I could be completely wrong. I'm very delusional about my experience, I think. I'm very, very delusional sometimes, and I could be completely wrong, and I could be just paranoid. But like I said, regardless, I am happy to have been a part of the series. But I don't think they want to pay for any more of my fucking plane tickets just for me to break a pumpkin over my fucking knee. I had a grand old time, but I took the flight home, and I was trying to enjoy Trick or Treat. What is that movie? The Halloween movie? And this fucking Indian guy sat next to me and immediately took the armrest, and then I laid my elbow on his elbow because I didn't appreciate it. And then we had a small seat in between us. He took that other seat, and I was trying to watch Hocus Pocus, and I flew in, and I was happy as a lark, and I went for a run, and then I drove back to where I live, and it was raining, and I was sad, and I was like, I miss them. I miss production. I miss the freaks and geeks. And I was like, I got to thinking, and little things came together, and again, like I said, I had an idea, and I had an inkling, and all I needed was confirmation from the schizo, the true 160 IQ. He confirmed it. Actually, production confirmed it through his. So production, if you're listening, you dropped the ball, not Burt. Though Burt probably knew. He said something about, and I said, really? My dumbass asking questions and then dwelling on them. Put up half the call, Luke. No, they said they're gonna pay for my tickets. Don't worry, they're legends. They said they're gonna comp everything. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They don't have any. They've got my dad's address, but he don't live anywhere near me. So maybe they're gonna send money to him or something. I don't fucking know. Venmo. They didn't ask for that. I don't think I'm higher IQ than Burt, but I am more schizo. No, I'm not more schizo. I'm lower IQ and lower schizo. But I think I was the target of a very. I don't want to call it cruel, but yeah, it was a little cruel. It was, I don't fucking know. I'm just having a good time. I'm happy. I think God revealed this to me. I think God gave me the favor because it could have blown up in my face. It could have been very nasty. Probably not, though. Like I said, everyone in the house gave off red flags, serious red flags, the moment I saw them. The moment I saw every one of them. And I feel bad because a lot of them are very sweet. Plenty of them are very sweet people. And Will they be tortured? I think so. I think you gotta wait a little bit. You gotta wait a little bit because we're seeing just how much a person can take before they... We're trying not to break them. We're trying to bend them and make them flexible, pliable, if you will. The human body is exceptionally pliable. You've seen what surgeons can do, plastic surgeons in particular. The human body is exceptionally pliable. And, well, let's just say, the human mind is even more pliable. The psyche is even more pliable. And I think they're bending them to see just how far they'll go to be famous. But you can't pull the wool over my fucking eyes, guys. You dickheads, you fucking jerks. I still love them though. But yeah, I'm just... What do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about anything else? You guys want to watch me... You gotta watch me... what's it called? Play Silent Hill 2 remake for the next 6 hours. That's my idea. I'm gonna put the phone between my legs and record it, and I'm just gonna go complete what's his name? Complete Ian mode and just eat chips into the mic and just game. And you're gonna have to watch from like 15 feet away. You're gonna have to watch from 15 feet away. Yes, it is a gay show. Did you get paid for Fishtank? Not yet. I've not been paid just yet. I want to talk about I'm original. I'm gonna reveal myself. I'm a fake Silent Hill 2 fan. This might be the worst. I've spent more time watching Silent Hill 2 than playing it. I've never played the OG Silent Hill 2. Mary, but it is a work of art. And I just want to play the remake and forget any of this. Somebody just said something that I was interested in. Let's see. When did you decide to get jacked? I've been working out since I was 15. I got a Bowflex in my garage, and then I did P90X. Have you guys ever heard of P90X? Sword hammer. It's exceptional. We're losing people because I'm just gushing about goofy shit, stupid shit. But yeah, I did P90X, and then I worked in a gym, and it was a good time. And now I'm like, I can't work out. Maybe that was part of the reason I was getting crazy in the house, is because I wasn't lifting. Want to see Tay? The content fans want to see. Did you have an overall plan while in the tank? No, I did not have an overall plan. I was told, I was briefed very briefly, if you will, that I was a plant and my job was to just go along and play it normally. Unfortunately, my past experience watching Fishtank made me behave in ways that I was like, I could get away with this. And I don't think production wanted that. Like I said, I flew too close to the sun. Though I think there might have been more to my pull. Thank you, Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, I forgot he offed himself on a Bowflex, didn't he? Thoughts on... I genuinely don't like the Indian guy. I genuinely don't fucking like... He is such a bad... He's a legitimately bad dude. And seeing them put him in the bedroom in that fucking balloon animal outfit was so damn funny. It was so remarkably funny that I was just like, I want him to stay. I want him to be runner-up. He's my pick for runner-up. And then winning, I wanted Ian to... Well, no, I didn't want Ian to win. I want Burt to win. Burt will be the content. Actually, I want Burt to win more than 50K off of donations, and I want him to start asking production for more money. And then the one who does win the 50K will be... Probably Alex, though. I think Alex winning the 50K will be kind of muddled by him, realizing he's not on Hulu. I think he'll blow it all on drugs if he gets the 50K. Which it's should he? Maybe one of the Wallflower contestants can win it and then do something else with it. But yeah, the Haley gang treatment. What is that? I didn't watch Bitch Tank. And I didn't complete the summer games, and I only watched the latter half of Fishtank Season 1. So there's certain holes in my understanding of it. I did watch all of Fishtank Season 2. Did you see wanted to split the 50K between... Yeah, Burt's probably full of shit. Burt is not above lying. He's intelligent, but he's not above... I did take responsibility for the candy, which was... I thought production was doing something, and I thought I should take credit for the candy, so I was doing it as a form of kind of allegiance to them, and I figured they would figure something out with that. Alex is already rich. He's just doing it for the fame. I don't know if Alex is actually rich. Drug addicts have a tendency to be N-word rich, which means you get a lot of money and then you blow it all on stupid shit. I'm only saying that because I don't want to get my check mark taken away on my Instagram account. Simba's ego, I know, I want his ego to be inflated until he snaps. He's a bad guy. He's like legitimately like not a good person. He is in an interesting circumstance, so maybe certain personality defects are coming out more than they would under normal circumstances, but I just didn't like him, so I was like fine with manhandling him. Alex lies. Alex does nothing but lie. He is a typical meth head. I would like to go on the tank, but I want them to be a little more real with me because I'm a little hurt. I get why they did it. It is about the artistry, and part of me wishes I didn't figure it out. Part of me wishes I was a little dumber, because then at my own risk. But at the same time, I think God shined a ray on my mind and provided me with the answers early on, and then it was slowly whittled away like chinking marble, like marble. It was production. What was that? I thought I got an alert. It scared me. I thought they were taking away my fucking check mark on here. It's the most important thing in the world to me. You triggered my trauma when you banged the pots. I was sleeping. Isn't that funny how those motherfuckers were all angry about me banging pots? But listen, I got fucking blue. I got blue-green eyes. I got blue eyes. And, when you flash a light on in my face when I'm sleeping, it hurts more than if you've got, darker eyes. That's something I realized. I thought I was schizo for, years. I was driving with a buddy of mine who also has lighter eyes. And he was like, yeah, the reason headlights are so, damning on your eyeballs. You ever notice that the headlights have gotten lighter lately? They've gotten a lot lighter on cars. It's particularly egregious to people with lighter colored eyes because we have less pigment or melanin or whatever, and it just lights our eyes up a lot harder. So anyways, not to get on a tangent, but my buddy pointed that out to me. I don't know why I was talking about that. So I'm fucking frazzled. So that last day that I was in production, like I said, I was playing chicken with them, and I was like, come on, will you tell me or will I tell you? Will you tell me or will I tell you? Will you reveal what I think or will I reveal what you think? And they didn't do it, and I was really upset. I was not upset, but it's funny because G came into the room, and I was just sitting on a chair. I was trying to relax. Again, they let me hang out with them. It was a fun time, and I really liked them. But as soon as G entered the room, I went like this. I stood at attention, and I was like, do I say hi? No? Yes? And then I just sat back down, and G was like, is everything all right? And I was like, fuck. Anyways. What's my theory? My theory is that the Hulu release is real. It's actually going to be on Hulu. They have a contract with them. That's my theory. That's my harebrained scheme. And they just didn't want to tell me because there might be a clause in my contract with the other TV show that might be damning to my career. That's my theory. You gotta give me a break. I'm so. Maybe I might be off the mark, honestly. This might just be schizo rambling. They might hit me up and be like, Luke, you're fucking very annoying with your paranoid bullshit. It's like, I know I am. I can't help myself. But, again, my suspicions were production tried to hide they tried to bury them, but I genuinely think they liked me and didn't want to burn me the way they potentially would have, which I can appreciate, but the art takes precedent. The art takes the stage, and honestly, I don't blame them a minute. I'm a little pissed, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm a little pissed, but I think the art, I still stand by my statement to them. The thing I told them is you guys, I'm glad you booted me off because honestly, I don't want to beg and cry and say, please keep me on. I genuinely think what you're doing is the best form of media I've seen in the last fucking, I can't name it. Like, it is so revelatory, it's so like revolutionary, and it's pointing at a very dark aspect of society that people just tend to bury under the rug. And the way the girls in the house and some of the guys are acting like I was a psychopath when they're literally, you know, in the house with a genuine, like, schizophrenic, potentially violent. He has violent fixations and fantasies, that's for sure. Giant black man. It is the illusion that is placed over the eyes of a lot of these people to their detriment. Anyways, I won't go too deep into that. I think it is. I don't want to be too egregious, and I don't want to kiss ass and blow smoke too much. But like I said, I really like those guys, and I really like what they're doing. And again, I can't believe it's actually on Hulu, and I'm legally fucked. Just kidding. Or am I? Or is it something else? Who knows? Time for speculation abound. Time for people to watch this over. What? This is what I've been saying, and weird and touchy Indian. Come back to the show. Literally, come on, guys, hit me up with your thoughts. Who was your favorite from season 2? Jimmy really sold me. He was very entertaining, but it's very hard. TJ DM'd me on Instagram a lot of... If any of the people from the last season are following me, or anyone who I was following from, like, the crew in Rhode Island are following me, or who I unfollow, just DM me. I'm trying to go through my DMs and, like message everybody. Or I'm trying to, like, you know, find the people who I was following before, because I had to hide who I was following. I had to unfollow people so that they wouldn't suspect me as the plant. Basically, I had to like unfollow all these people, and now I'm trying to follow everyone back. And if anyone from season 2 or the past seasons is following me, just DM me if I haven't followed back, because you guys are fucking G's for putting up with that shit. You guys are tough cookies. It's crazy how you know, it is tough being, and they didn't even make a mess, and I was fucking freaking out. You know, I think for me, the scheming was kind of a distraction. I was distracted by the game plan going on from the other contestants, when I should have been distracted by the fucking production crew, who I think were messing with me harder than anyone else, which I can appreciate them for. Again, I'm just a paranoid narcissist. I think the world revolves around me, so that's probably the realization here. That's all it is. I could be completely wrong. I was thinking about keeping my mouth shut, but if I went back in that house and they still tried to plan ahead, they may have embarrassed me even worse than I can speculate. They may have, you know, made me second guess myself and pulled the rug. Because like I said, they are burning a 200 IQ fucking machine. Their brains are connected. They've got a mind palace in that fucking dungeon, and it's operating at 200 IQ points. They're figuring out, what do we do? How do we do this? They have to be so flexible. They've got all these plans written out. And like I said, I will not stand by any hate for them. I will not stand by any hate for Jet Neptune or fucking Ben or G or Vance or Luca or Nathan or who else was in there? I can't remember the other guy's name. I'm sorry. Or Bill, or these guys are straight up, you know, even Fatty, who I met Fatty, and I met Brandon, his buddy, and I think even they were in on it. Well, Fatty as much as he could be, but I think even they knew when because I was pushing that. I was like, maybe I'll run this past Brandon, and Brandon, he got that look on his face. He's like, somebody knows something. I know it. It's not leaving my head. It's in there. Fucking could have pulled a Columbo on them before I left, but I was debating whether or not I should reveal my. I waited for them to reveal it. Let me just put it that way. But yeah, there is a very yes, Nathan Fielder is on. He's in the back. You know, he's hooked up. Anyways, I'm like winded from that, honestly. I was holding that in for so fucking long, and I almost forgot about it until, you know, recently to bring it up. But whew, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot to get off your psyche, you know. So, but yeah, anyone who everybody's so fucking cool. Like Frank Hassel messaged me. He's like, dude, you were so fucking funny. I was like, yo, the man, the fucking killer. You know, I was watching him harass people in the grocery stores years ago. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Fucking, I thought I was gonna have to face Frank in the house. You know, but I got out of there first. So, you know, who knows? I thought I was gonna have to like hit him with a fucking frying pan or something. Get out of here! You know, I brought all the clothes I brought were clothes I wouldn't mind getting destroyed. You know, that's why I came in a duffel bag. With a duffel bag, I was like, this is probably gonna get fucking. But they're keeping it copacetic. So any of you who are watching and are feeling like this is too slow, get with the program. Get with the fucking program. Daniel approved of the slow burn. He knows what he's fucking talking about too. Daniel's got the troll blood in him. He fucking knows what's going on. So I would definitely recommend you guys stick with Fishtank as long as you can, because they are running an operation that is better than. Here's season 1. I think season 2 is. Some people think it's better. Some people think it's worse. I think it's better. I think it's better because of production's efforts than season 1, and it's the one I started with. And then you've got the other ones that I haven't watched, so I can't judge them. Season 3 is up here. Like season 2, season 1, season 3 is up fucking here. The mental, you know, they're burning like a fucking, like I said, they're consuming nicotine at an unhealthy rate just so that they stay on top. You know, it's a nootropic, right? So they've got to stay on top of these things. They're very deliberate in what they're doing, and I have the utmost confidence in them. Anyways, let's fucking chat, guys. Let's see, what are you guys talking about? How did you meet Daniel? I did artwork for him. I've done work for him. I tried to keep that on the copacetic. I don't know who he is. I just know he's a little stingy with his fucking pricing. He pays me very little, but that's because he's a fucking... you know, he's from a land where they're a little stingy. Let me just leave it at that. No offense, Daniel. I love you, dude, but you are a little stingy. You can confront me about that if you want. I'm just fucking with you a little bit. Who do you think is most likely to survive the rug pull? Oh man, I don't even know if they will do the rug pull. I can't even comprehend. Like, I was sitting back watching them figure things out, and it was like, seriously, as a fan, it was like fucking, you know, like I said, it was like watching the sausage being made. It was a very unique, you know, sort of situation that I'm so thankful for having, you know, witnessed it, because like I said, they're operating they're like a legitimate psyop. Like, they're really crazy. They're doing crazy shit with people. Me fucking trying to pull a fucking Truman Show thing on my ass, I bet. There's so many layers. There's so many fucking layers to this thing. And I forgot that if you guys remember season 2, if you're thinking, oh no, it's literally just a show where they, you know, put a bunch of retards in a house and have them like go at it with each other for the entertainment value. Don't get me wrong. That is correct. I was laughing watching Jet sitting at his computer, hunched over, cracking the fuck up at the act between G and Ben, which they're so fucking good. But Jet is eating it up. He's loving it every fucking second of it. I was laughing at, because I couldn't hear the act, but I was laughing at Jet because he was loving every second of it. God bless him. But like I said, I fucking love Jet Neptune. I really love that crew. They are so fucking good. I'm trying not to gush too much. But like I said, season 3 much better than season 2. I agree. Yeah, season 2 was a psyop. But it was they were really getting their bearings, you know what I mean? So it kind of fell apart. This one might fall apart before it ends. Ben in particular is very invested in maintaining this illusion. But he's also a very good actor, so maybe he was bullshitting for my sake. Will Vance get fired this season? Why do you think that? What did he do wrong? Jet is a fan of his own show. It's great. You know what? It's his baby. He deserves it because it's great. Jet is a G. I like Jet. Do you use clarified butter Are you vaxxed? I'm not vaxxed at all. I got anyway, I'm not gonna say exactly what, but Letty or Josie? That's a tough one. I'd have to flip a coin. They're both pretty good. They have their own strengths and weaknesses. Vance wept? What happened to Vance? No! Oh no! What's going on with Vance? I don't know about this. Does Ian know about the show now? I don't know. If Ian knows, it doesn't matter. I think you could... Ian's probably smoking the fattest doobie right now, enjoying his life. God bless Ian. Ian was such a legend. He was so... I'm gone too soon. Gone too soon. I love Ian, I gotta say. He's a fucking legend. Vance has been dropping the ball left and right as camera. Has he really? No shit. Oh, I like Vance. Vance was particularly quiet. I should have pressed him more. The fourth generation Dream Prophet and second generation Baby Psychic was the funniest fucking line I've ever heard from dude. Prince Albert is so fucking funny, which is why I was talking to him so much, even though I knew he was, you know, birds of a feather. He's hanging out with the other two, and he is such a fucking... He is so damn funny. The thing he said about his pumpkin, the thing they made him say about the pumpkin, I laughed so hard my kidneys turned, and I thought I was gonna rupture something. Like, I was laughing my ass off. Vance thing is a bit... I'm unfamiliar. I haven't been paying attention. Like, I've been on and off with Twitter and Instagram and people messaging me about things. Gay Ben is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Ben dancing like that, like he's a great actor. He doesn't... Ben is he's good. Do you think you were the only plant? I don't know. That wasn't one of my concerns, you know? It was a little bit of a concern. Like I said, I didn't trust production 100%. There was something in the back of my mind that was like a rock, and it made it difficult. But like I said, I was playing chicken with them until the end, and even then after. With some music in the background, I'm digging it. It is... Don't hate me for it, because it's from a fucking weirdo game, like anime game. But it's called Saya no Uta OST Sabbath. And it's the extended 1-hour version on YouTube. Yeah, all my music comes from fucking old video game OSTs and you know, like artists who make fucking elevator music. I can't help myself, it's soothing, you know? Yes, it is a gay show. Missy is a huge fan of BB. She knew you. Trump or Harris, neither. I don't vote. Voting's for suckers. Jimmy, Noda. Yeah. I know it's bad. I haven't played that game, but I'm aware of its fucking like Guro or some shit. Like, the Japanese are the most twisted people in the world, which is why I was not surprised that fucking Shinji was a massive pervert last season. God bless Shinji. I hope he ends up in his VR world forever, completely satiated and satisfied. Yeah, Machine Girl kicks ass. You guys caught that on my Instagram. Mizzy, Simone, Hayden, Sides. Yeah, they are. They kind of got my ass. Almost. They almost got my ass. Maybe literally. It's like I said, it's so remarkable because 20% of the show I was buying it hook, line, and sinker. They really did their due diligence. They really did some research. But at this point, I'm talking to production more than anyone else, so I need to relax. Your art is dope. You should do some work for it. I would love to. Killer 7? Yeah, I'm a fucking Suda fan, dude. I love Suda 51 games. Though I will say, No More Heroes 3 kind of like shit the bed, I think. I think he's gotten what a lot of like avant-garde artists get in their old age, where they lose their edge and they're no longer punk. I will say Kojima's still kind of a master. Kojima still makes good shit. I'm going to be at Death Stranding 2 when it comes out. What did Burt smell like? He actually did not smell like cum. And I like to think I have a pretty strong nose. But yeah, he was... Burt didn't have a smell to him. I got to piss. I'll be right back. I drink too much seltzer water. Stay put. Just got my account red flag for an N-bomb. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that. I've been watching quite a while now. Let's see. Alright. Listen, I really do appreciate all the support, guys. You guys kick ass. Do we have Taylor in here? Taylor, DM me. I'll follow you back if you're following me. Ted confirmed that. Where's your dog? She's sleeping, thank God. She's a terror. Would you start streaming? Yes! Ah, shit, I should have advertised this before I started going off. But you guys gotta, I wrote it down. Check out my Patreon. It's Splatterbrain. What the fuck is it? Hold on, I gotta check my page. Hold on. Let's see, what's Patreon? What is it? Splatterbrain Love. It's patreon.com/splatterbrainlove. Write that down. You can check out my Ko-Fi as well. I think everything is in my Twitter handle. It's in my Twitter account. I've got like I think it's a card where it will literally show you like my fucking Ko-Fi, which is like a one-time donation thing. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna start streaming. I don't know if it's more profitable to stream on Instagram or YouTube. Probably YouTube. I'm gonna give that a shot. My Cameo. I've got a Cameo account, which I don't know how to check that right now. But my Cameo exists. It's probably at like Real BB Luke or some shit. And the pictures of me from like over a decade ago when I did a little light modeling. I never made any fucking money modeling, I'll tell you that much. Probably because, let's just say you kind of have to be a certain kind of way to go far in that industry. But yeah, what happened to the... Did we freeze? What happened? I see no comments. I'm seeing no comments. What happened? Somebody say something. There's 745 people here. I don't think... add a moderator to your live video. Do I need to? Really? Am I getting in trouble? What the fuck? Interesting. How do I add a mod? I think they're gonna restrict comments until I add a mod. Who wants to be a mod? Fuck me. Oh god. What the hell? I think you guys... Oh! What the hell? It's... Zen... I'm not letting anyone in here because I don't know if you guys are cool or not. No offense. Fuck! I might have to end it. We might have to end it because I'm getting no comments. You bastards, you broke the mod. You broke the fucking comment system by saying fucking Nazi shit. You said too much fucking nasty, dropped too many N-bombs. You should have learned from my example. You keep it, for God's sake. Anyways, listen. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Oh, God. We had so many people in here. We're going to lose them. I might live stream again. I think for now, I'll take a break. I will, I'll figure, enjoy myself. I'm going to get Silent Hill 2. I went to GameStop earlier, and they didn't fucking have it. I'm pissed off. I wanted to play it now. But I got it on Amazon. It'll come tomorrow. Anyways, I think we'll cut it short here. Cut it while we have a tremendous amount of people. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I didn't unravel too many mysteries. I hope I spread the seeds of chaos. This is my only intention because, like I said, this is quite the operation. And again, I'm gonna see how to close this out. Anyways, again, my fucking comments are dead. I wish I could hear what you guys are saying. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it short here. We're gonna turn off for the day. Goodbye and God bless.